Um, Good evening.
Good evening. Pardon me, hold the mic up to your mouth, please.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Um, My journey with cancer began 50 years ago. It was December 1965 I was diagnosed. I had 4 small children, husband in the Marine Corps on his way to Vietnam. So it was kind of rough. But thanks to the American Cancer Society, to the American Red Cross and to the generosity of the Marine Corps, my husband came back to be my caregiver and to take care of our 4 small children. I was 27 when this happened. So in January of '66, I had my surgery. And since then, I have had checkups every year. The first year, it was more often, and then a little bit less often from at the end of year 1 to year 5. And since then, it's been every year. My last checkup for that cancer, that was my first primary cancer. The checkup was last September, and I was free of cancer. We didn't have in 1965 treatments like we have today. So I feel blessed, very blessed, that I have lived to see my children grown, my grandchildren grown, and I have great-grandchildren that are up in high school. So I feel very, very blessed. Last year, 2015, when summer came, I thought, is it possible that I can see a 50th anniversary of me being cancer-free? Well, God had other plans, because last October I was diagnosed with a second primary cancer. So in November I had surgery, and February I had my first 3-month checkup, and I'm still cancer-free. My husband, with being in Vietnam, he did go to Vietnam eventually. He was exposed to Agent Orange, which, if there's any Vietnam vets in here, or there's families, you know what Agent Orange is. So the cancer, the doctor said, was caused by Agent Orange. So he had been my caregiver, and in 1999, I was his caregiver, and the year 2000. I'm from a large family. My parents had 12 children. 11 of us became adults. One died in infancy. All 11 of us have had cancer of some type. 4 of us have had 2 primary cancers. There's only 2 of us living now. Cancer did not take all of them. In fact, there have been 4 to pass away from cancer. The rest of them it's usually heart problems. So I feel fortunate that I guess I have had cancer. Another thing is that I have, with my spleen during the time I was diagnosed last year, it's not my spleen but my pancreas. It's found that I have a cyst on my pancreas that will become cancer. So you all pray for me. At this time, I have, in the past 6 months, I have had 5 nieces and nephews that have been diagnosed and are under treatment for cancer. So with all this cancer in the family, it has surrounded me for all these many years, including my father having cancer. By the way, me and my father had breast cancer. With all this cancer around me, I talked to an oncologist in Greenville, and I had been in a breast cancer study there for about 5 years. It was for anyone that's had breast cancer in here. There was the tamoxifen study, which is a preventive medication that has helped a lot of people with that disease. But I have also been with, other than that breast cancer study, I saw a geneticist, and they took a lot of history. She did. It was a female doctor, but she told me she didn't think cancer was an inherited thing in my family. But she thought that heart disease was. And because the DNA tests are so expensive and insurance will not pay for it, well, I didn't have a DNA test, so we'll never know. I have one sister living out of the 11 of us, so we feel fortunate about that. She's 91 years old, by the way, for those of you who are 91. I feel that through the American Cancer Society and fundraisers like this Relay for Life, that someday, scientists are going to find a cure for this terrible disease. And I hope and pray that it's done very soon, because it certainly affects many, many families. I hope all of you the best of health, and may God hold you in the palm of His hand.
All right.